This morning when you brushed your teeth and looked in the mirror, you probably saw something that cost thousands of dollars to fix. A metal braces bracket, a dental filling, or maybe just a slightly crooked tooth that never quite fit. Nearly 90% of humans today have teeth that are crowded, crooked, or misaligned. We have accepted this as a normal, painful part of being human, but walk into any forest and look at the animals. A wolf, a bear, a deer, none of them need braces. Their teeth are perfectly straight. Every wild creature has teeth that fit their mouth exactly. Only humans and the animals we domesticate suffer from crooked teeth. And if you look at the skull of a hunter-gatherer from 20,000 years ago, you will find something shocking. A set of teeth so straight, so perfect, and so spacious that it looks like they spent years in orthodontic care. They had no toothbrushes, no floss, no wisdom tooth extractions. Yet their mouths were flawless. Why? Why did our ancient ancestors have perfect teeth, while our mouths are crowded, decaying, and deformed? The answer is not genetics. It is a story of a trade we made 2 million years in the making. To understand what happened, we first have to look at the chemistry of decay. In 2013, a geneticist named Alan Cooper at the University of Adelaide led a team that did something incredible. They extracted and sequenced DNA from calcified plaque, the tartar, on ancient skulls spanning thousands of years. What they found was a history of the mouth written in bacteria. For hundreds of thousands of years, hunter-gatherers had a rich, diverse oral microbiome. Their mouths were a balanced ecosystem, keeping harmful germs in check. But then, about 10,000 years ago, our ancestors did something that changed the history of our bodies. We invented farming. Suddenly our diet was flooded with carbohydrates from wheat, barley, and corn. This transition to agriculture caused a massive loss of bacterial diversity in our mouths. This carbohydrate-rich diet fed one specific type of bacteria, letting them multiply out of control. And then a second blow hit. Around 150 years ago, industrial sugar became cheap and widely available. This was a feast for Streptococcus matans, the primary bacteria responsible for cavities. They consume the sugar and secrete acid as waste, which literally melts the enamel of your teeth. This acid dissolves the minerals in our enamel, creating holes, what we call cavities. Our ancestors didn't have cavities because they didn't feed their mouth monsters sugar, but cavities only explain why our teeth rot. They do not explain why they grow crooked. Why do we need braces to pull our teeth straight? For a long time, doctors believed it was just bad genetics. But an evolutionary biologist named Daniel Lieberman at Harvard University proved otherwise. To prove this, Lieberman did a fascinating experiment with hyraxes, small guinea pig-like animals. He raised two groups of hyraxes on different diets. One group was fed soft, cooked food. The other group was fed hard, raw food that required heavy chewing. The results were clear. The group that ate soft food developed significantly smaller jawbones. Their teeth were crowded and misaligned because the bone hadn't grown enough to house them. It was the first direct proof that soft food causes shrunken jaws. He showed that teeth don't grow crooked because of genetics. They grow crooked because our jaws are too small, and our jaws are too small because of how we chew. Bone is not a static piece of wood. It is a dynamic living tissue. When you lift weights, your muscles pull on your bones, and your body responds by making those bones thicker. The same thing happens to your jawbone when you chew. For 99% of human history, eating was a workout. Ancient diets consisted of tough, fibrous wild plants, raw roots, nuts, and dry game. A child growing up in the Stone Age spent hours every day chewing hard, resistant food. This constant chewing put mechanical stress on the jawbone. In response, the bone grew wider, longer, and more robust. By the time that child became an adult, their jaw had reached its full genetic potential. And inside that wide, spacious jaw, all 32 teeth fit perfectly, with plenty of room to spare. Now compare that to the modern world. From the moment we are babies, we are fed soft food. Purees, soft bread, processed cheese, pasta, and cooked meats that require almost no effort to chew. Our modern diet is pre-chewed by industrial machines. We barely work our jaws at all. Because we don't put mechanical stress on our jawbones, they don't grow to their full potential. They remain short, narrow, and underdeveloped. But here is the catch. Your teeth didn't get the memo. Your teeth still grow to their full, genetically coded size. And when you try to fit 32 adult teeth into a jaw built for 28, you get chaos. They twist, they push against each other, they crowd, and then come the wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth are the last to erupt, usually between the ages of 17 and 25. In the past, wisdom teeth were not useless. They were our backup molars. When our ancestors chewed tough food, their teeth would naturally wear down on the sides. This wear actually made the teeth narrower, creating even more space in the mouth. And the heavy chewing stimulated the jaw to grow long enough to accommodate the wisdom teeth easily. They acted as a third set of chewing tools, helping us grind down tough calories. But today, without that chewing, our jaws stay short, and our teeth stay wide. But by the time they try to emerge, the jaw is already fully crowded. There is simply no physical space left. So, the wisdom teeth get stuck. They grow sideways, become impacted, cause infections, and have to be surgically cut out of our mouths. Wisdom teeth are not an evolutionary mistake. They are just the victims of a jaw that never grew up. We traded the raw, tough effort of the wild for soft, processed convenience. We built a world where eating is effortless. And in exchange, our jaws shrank, our teeth crowded, and we built a multi-billion-dollar orthodontics industry to fix what our bodies used to do for free. So the next time you feel a toothache or look at your braces in the mirror, understand what your body is telling you. Your mouth is not broken. It is just living in a world it was never built for. We are the soft food ape, paying the price for our own convenience. But the ancient blueprint inside you still remembers the wild. And it is written in the perfect teeth of the dead.